The gradual weakening of the body is a deep sorrow. A freedom we once took for granted begins to fade, and a quiet fear of dependency can cloud our days. What if this was not an inevitable defeat, but a profound misunderstanding of our own nature? The true secret I will share at the end is not about a food, but about unlocking a power you already possess. Stay to understand it. Emptying cup. We often look at the changes in our bodies, especially as we age, as a form of betrayal. We see the loss of strength, the slowing of our movements, and we feel that the vessel we inhabit is failing us. This perspective, this story we tell ourselves, is the first thing we must examine. It is a cup filled with ideas of resistance, of fighting against time, of struggling against a natural current. But a cup that is already full cannot receive anything new. To truly nourish ourselves, we must first be willing to empty this cup of its bitter contents. We must pour out the fear, the frustration, and the narrative of decline. The question is not, how do I fight aging? This is a battle that no one in human history has ever won. The energy we expend in fighting is energy that is stolen from living, from experiencing, from being present. A more useful, a more powerful question is, how do I harmonize with the changes that are occurring? How do I support this body, this magnificent vehicle, so that it can continue to carry me with grace and stability through all of life's seasons? This shift in questioning changes everything. It moves us from a position of conflict to a position of care. It is the difference between being a soldier at war with your own land and being a gardener tending to your precious soil. So let us begin there. Before we speak of any food, any exercise, any technique, let us simply sit with this idea. The body is not your enemy. It has served you for many, many years, carrying your thoughts, your emotions, your spirit through this world. It has healed countless wounds you don't even remember and performed trillions of silent miracles every single day just to give you the gift of experience. Now, as it changes, it is not asking for a fight. It is asking for understanding. It is asking for a different kind of attention, a more gentle and wise form of nourishment. This process of emptying the cup is an act of immense courage. It means letting go of how we think things should be and accepting how they are. It is in this space of acceptance that true strength is born. Not the brittle strength of resistance, but the flexible, resilient strength of a bamboo shoot that bends in the wind but does not break. When we release the tension of our mental fight, the body itself can begin to relax. It can begin to open itself up to receive the nourishment we intend to give it. Without this first step, any food, any action is just another layer added on top of a foundation of turmoil. The true path to rebuilding begins not in the kitchen, but in the quiet clarity of the mind. Grounding foundation. Once our cup is empty and our intention has shifted from fighting to nurturing, we can begin to look at what we use to build. Imagine you are caring for a very old and beautiful temple. The wooden pillars that hold it up have grown weathered over the centuries. They are still strong, but they require attention. They need to be fortified. You would not use just any material. You would seek something that is pure, strong, and in harmony with the original structure. You would seek a material that provides a grounding foundation. Our muscles are the pillars of our physical temple. They grant us the freedom to move, to stand tall, to be self-reliant. To support them, we need to provide the right building blocks. The world is full of complicated advice, of expensive powders and complex diets that promise miracles. But often, the most profound solutions are the most simple, the most humble. The earth itself provides us with what we need. For this purpose of rebuilding and maintaining our physical structure, we turn to a food that is ancient, inexpensive, and remarkably complete. It is the soybean, and in its many forms, especially tofu, it offers a perfect analogy for the kind of strength we wish to cultivate. It is not aggressive. It is not loud or flashy. It is a quiet, steady, and reliable source of profound nourishment. This humble food provides what the body needs to repair and build. It gives us high-quality protein, the very essence of our physical structure, in a way that is gentle on our system. Unlike some other sources, it does not create heaviness or turmoil within. It is a clean offering. The beauty of this is its accessibility. It does not require wealth. It does not require a special store. It is a food of the people, available to almost everyone. This is important because true wellness should not be a luxury. It should be a possibility for every single person who wishes to care for their own temple. When we choose to eat this simple food, we are doing more than just consuming nutrients. We are making a statement of intent. We are saying, I choose simplicity, I choose gentleness, I choose to build my foundation with something pure and humble. This act of choosing and preparing the food becomes a practice in itself. It is a mindful moment of providing for the self. We are not just fixing a problem of muscle loss, we are engaging in an act of profound self-respect. We are treating our body like the sacred temple it is, and we are choosing the grounding foundation it deserves. This is the first step in translating our new mindset into a physical reality. Daily ritual. Understanding is the first part of the journey, but it is incomplete without action. However, the action required is not one of great, strenuous effort. The secret to rebuilding our foundation is not found in a single heroic act, but in the quiet power of a daily ritual. Think of water dripping onto a stone. A single drop does nothing. 1,000 drops might seem to do nothing. But over time, with gentle persistence, the water can carve a new shape into the hardest of rocks. This is the principle we must apply. It is not about eating a massive amount of this food one day and then forgetting it for a week. It is about a small, consistent, and mindful integration into our daily life. The goal is to transform the act of eating from a mindless habit into a conscious ritual of nourishment. This does not have to be complicated. In fact, its power is magnified by its simplicity. It can be as simple as adding a small block of soft tofu to your morning soup or porridge. It can be lightly steaming it with a few vegetables for your midday meal. It can be scrambling it as you would an egg. The preparation should be as gentle as the food itself. We are not trying to conquer it with intense flavors or harsh cooking methods. We are simply preparing it in a way that allows it to offer its gifts to us. By making it a ritual, we infuse the act with meaning. As you prepare it, you can hold the intention in your mind. With this food, I am nourishing my body. I am providing the building blocks for my strength. I am caring for my temple. This simple thought transforms the entire experience. It is no longer a chore on a to-do list, eat protein. It becomes a small 5-minute meditation. It is a moment of connection between your mind's intention and your body's need. This connection is the invisible nutrient that amplifies the effect of the food itself. Do not become discouraged if you do not see dramatic changes overnight. We are not seeking a dramatic explosion of strength. We are cultivating deep, resilient, and lasting stability. That is a process that takes time and honors the body's natural pace. The true victory is not in the mirror, but in the consistency of the ritual itself. The victory is showing up for yourself each day with this small, simple act of care. This is discipline in its truest form, not as punishment, but as an act of love. This daily drop of water, this daily ritual of nourishment, is what will slowly, gently, and irrevocably carve a new reality of strength and vitality into the stone of your being. Inner structure. We have now arrived at the heart of the matter, the insight that changes everything. We began this journey with a physical concern, the loss of muscle, the weakening of the body. We introduced a physical solution, a simple, nourishing food. We established a method, a daily, mindful ritual. But the true purpose of this entire practice is not, and has never been, just about the muscles. The physical body is a mirror, a reflection of a deeper reality. The strength we are building in our pillars of flesh and bone is a direct pathway to cultivating a far more important kind of strength, our inner structure. When your body feels stable, when you can stand up without dizziness, when you can walk with a steady gait, when you can carry your own groceries, this is more than just physical convenience. This physical stability sends a constant, powerful message to your mind. I am safe, I am capable, I am grounded. A weak and unstable body sends the opposite message, creating a quiet, constant undercurrent of anxiety and fear. By stabilizing the physical, we are directly calming the nervous system. We are building a foundation of resilience, not just against falling, but against the winds of life's challenges. The discipline you cultivate by performing your daily ritual, this small act of self-care, does not stay confined to your kitchen. It bleeds into every other aspect of your life. The patience you learn by waiting for slow, steady results teaches you to be more patient with yourself, with others, and with life's unfolding. The intention you set to nourish your body becomes a habit of setting positive intentions for your day, for your interactions, for your own thoughts. You are not just rebuilding muscle tissue, you are rewiring your entire approach to being. You are building an inner structure of peace, stability, and quiet confidence. This is the real reversal. We are not reversing time. We are reversing the flow of energy from a state of fear and decay to a state of calm and cultivation. The strength you build is not for show. It is the strength to be present for your loved ones. It is the stability to be a rock for your community. It is the vitality to continue learning, growing, and offering your wisdom to the world. The food was never the miracle. It was simply the key. The miracle is you, remembering that you have the power to care for your own temple and that in strengthening its outer walls, you are fortifying the unshakable sanctuary within. The journey to reclaim your physical strength is, in its purest form, a spiritual practice. It is an act of profound gratitude for the vessel that has carried you through this life. By choosing to nourish it with simple, humble intention, you are not just reversing a symptom of aging. You are affirming your own dignity, your own power, and your own unbreakable connection to the quiet, steady strength that resides within all of us. This is the path to moving through your later years, not with fear, but with a deep and abiding peace.